Prince Harry left Talk TV presenter Piers Morgan red-faced in anger as he returned to his Talk TV show, Uncensored. Piers was quick to give his opinion on the latest interviews that Harry has conducted and the memoir which is set to be released on Tuesday, January 10. He launched into a rant over Harry taking back the racism claims they made against the royal family, and asked if he and Sharon Osbourne could have their jobs back. Piers fumed, "Let me get his straight on a serious point. The racist British press blamed for 6 hours straight of that Netflix bilge, for hounding Meghan out of our racist country. Driven, at the top by a racist royal family, apparently it is the press that is to blame for saying that Meghan Markle's claims of racism were claims of racism. Now this had consequences. What they said to Oprah Winfrey, I was forced out of my last job presenting Good Morning Britain, a job I really enjoyed. Because I said I didn't believe these claims without firm evidence, there wasn't any, and now we get told it wasn't racism, exactly what I suspected at the time. Do I get an apology? Does Sharon Osbourne, one of my guests tonight, does she get restored to her job at the CBS show at all? Because she got fired for offering support on Twitter for my right to my opinion because apparently, I said racist things. It turns out those racist things were not believing Meghan Markle's racism claims. Now they say they didn't mean racism, so does Sharon get her job back? Will they give back their award for their heroic battle against structural racism in the royal family? Now we know there was no racism." Piers went on to speak to TV presenter Trisha Goddard about the reversal of the racism claims, and the moment they exchanged harsh words before he left his job at ITV. Introducing her to the show, Piers said, "Trisha, you were there on Good Morning Britain the morning after the Oprah Winfrey interview. We had a lively series of exchanges on that show. As you know, I left Good Morning Britain the next day because I was asked to apologize for disbelieving her claims of racism. I said I wanted to see evidence of this so-called racism. We now learn from Harry's own mouth that they did not call the royal family racist after all, so I am not quite sure why I had to leave my job, are you?" Happy Valley fans workout. Neil is working with Tommy Lee Royce. Watch Emmerdale exit for Dawn Taylor as she lands new role. Latest, Trisha began, "Yes, because they actually didn't use the words racist." Before Piers interrupted and exclaimed, "Oh please." Before they took their conversation any further, Piers played the clips from the Oprah interview where Meghan claimed conversations around her child's skin color took place. As the clip ended, Piers continued, "That I am afraid, Trisha, that is racism. The charge was racism against the royal family, with no evidence." Trisha clapped back, "Can you just play that again because there must be something wrong with my line because I didn't hear Harry or Meghan use the word racism, I heard you use it. When we had that exchange of words, what I said to you was that I do get fed up with white people labeling what is and isn't racist to black people. If they had used the word racism, I would be in agreement." However, Piers clapped back, "If a baby is too dark it is a problem, that is racism. Sorry to have to lecture you about racism, I know I am now allowed to as a white man, but that is an example of racism." The pair ended the fiery interview by agreeing to disagree on their views about the comments made by Meghan and Harry during their Oprah interview. Piers asked Sharon Osbourne what she thought about the interviews and the book. She exclaimed, "I was supporting you. It is all just craziness going around and around. He has turned his life and the royal family's life into a soap opera. It is like a really bad and distasteful soap opera." It is juvenile. I think if he comes to this country in the next few months, I think he will be booed." At the end of the show, Piers held up the memoir and chucked it into the bin. Piers Morgan, Uncensored airs weekdays from 8 p.m. on Talk TV.